the thing is like there's all these pieces of like there's all these people and things in the middle of things that aren't necessarily helpful all the time.
So I sent you that assignment sale in Facebook, right? Where the guy was assigning that unit.
You
And
did?
yeah, and then remember he paid like 2 grand a foot, and then now he's
Oh
asking like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
1,800, and everyone's just like killing him in the comments.
What are
It's
you
like
doing, you
it's a
moron?
1 bedroom,
It's
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
It's
With that
crazy.
building though, like 2 Forest Hill.
To Forest Hill.
Yeah.
Well, I
Tell me.
mean,
Just a regular condo building
what's
on a good location.
it's not even the price that's the crazy thing there.
Yeah.
I mean, the crazy thing is that somebody bought it to not move into themselves. Like people are paying that kind of money to just flip the
Assuming that
deal,
some bigger fool will be
right?
available when the time comes for them to sell. Yeah.
So it's like it's one thing when you do it with a 500, $600,000 unit in downtown core, where you're gonna be able to rent it or there. I mean, at least up until very recently, there was a greater fool ready to just swipe that
Jump
thing up,
in.
right?
He paid 560. I got it for 620. Got
Which
a
is
deal.
which is crazy too, because that next level was supposedly an investor, right? So like you had this investor that came in that like bought it
Investor
knowing that
one.
he was never gonna fucking close on it and he was gonna flip it to another
Investor two.
investor.
Investor
Okay.
two. Yeah.
Right. And then I mean, I can't imagine. It's funny, okay, because in my head, before we were actually thinking about having stuff to talk about, I was thinking about because what I'm dealing with right now is like middlemen stuff, right? And I know you don't want to hear that because realtors, I mean, they're not middlemen, but they're like in the middle,
Intermediaries.
right? They're in the middle of things, TK. Okay,
They meddle.
they're in the middle. No,
They
but
meddle.
it's not
What
only
do you mean you're not gonna give
realtors.
you're not gonna give your kids equal shares on your will? What are you talking about? Come on, Bill.
No, but the thing is like there's all these pieces of like there's all these people and things in the middle of things that aren't necessarily helpful all the time, right? And so now we get into this where it's like you have it was a necessary evil for the market to work, for buildings to get built. We've talked about this a million times. Like you needed that guy that was willing to buy the piece of paper and planning to flip the piece of paper in order to get that building off the ground, to get the construction financing, right? And so when we think about it a little bit more, we realize, hold on a sec, we needed a second dumb investor. Or was he dumb? Is he like super risky guy? Was he smart? I mean,
Honestly, like at the time, like if you bought a property back in 2017 on assignment for $600,000 that the guy only paid $500,000 for, you probably could have sold it a couple of years later for $800,000.
right,
So it was the smart move. So it was just a lot of that. I think a lot has changed over that period of time. Now people are going to be a little bit more skeptical when they're going to go into these situations. They're going to analyze things a little bit deeper, right?
right.
So that's going to be a huge part to hopefully coming out of this, and we're going to have a lot smarter investors. But like people are burned, man. This is like we got the guy who's gotten the lawsuit there for the full price of his unit. Once people find out about that, they're going to be cautious to be defaulting on some of these. Like it's a really, really, really serious situation.
Are you looking for the best merch store on the planet? Well, we got the shit for you. Coming in at low prices where we barely make any money off of whatsoever, you can get the greatest real estate merchandise on this platform. Just look at this very flamboyant man putting on this great stuff. He looks great, he's dancing great, and boy does he look sexy in that merchandise. I tell you, buy this for anybody, you buy this for yourself. You will be not only repping the greatest Canadian real estate podcast in this world, but you will also be looking hella good doing it.